This is Leah. She gave us a ride out here. She's a Florida Trail Angel, and we sure appreciate it because it's a long walk out of here from Miami.
Yeah, really. 60 miles one way, yeah.
So this is the visitor center. The official start of the Florida Trail right here. I'm sure the trail is going to stay dry like this all the way to the Panhandle. I'm almost confident of it. So look real close because the most wildlife you're going to see through the big cypress in the next 30 miles is just on the other side of this fence in the canal. I think that's where they keep all the critters. Snakes, fish, gators, turtles. For the next 30 miles, you're going to be lucky to see a gator. And lots of birds, but don't count on anything eating you out here. Well, there are no permits in the box, so I didn't fill out a permit. And it looked like the box has been maintained for a long time. Actually, it looked more like a hiker box. There's more food in there than anything. Cliff Bars, oatmeal. So I don't think the Park Service really is too concerned about who's hiking through here. They may not even know there's a trail.
Like probably the worst. Yeah, I think the gut hooks even mentions it.
Yeah. Hello.
Feeling good?
So Leah, also known as Twig, the trail angel that gave us the ride to the Oasis Visitor Center, she does a lot of maintenance on the trail. She's doing an out and back overnight and going out with us, and she's a treasure trove of information. It was great hiking with her. Beautiful morning. Not too many critters, a couple birds is all I've seen. Kind of hope to see some critters. So the Big Cypress Swamp covers over 700,000 acres, and the Florida Trail is just one thin little thread through it. And they say the majority of the water comes from rainfall, and we've had a lot of rainfall, so it should be pretty wet through here. So as wild as this place looks, it's nothing like old Florida, you know, before the impact of humans, basically, in water management and timbering, and now pythons. Who put them there? We did. So surprisingly, the trail's a lot drier than I anticipated. I mean, I've had a lot of water, but there's been a lot of dry trail too. So that's all cypress over there. And I'm walking on the edge of this pine forest here. And I just came out of a long stretch of water, but again, I've done about 6.5 miles in 3 hours, and I'm not killing it. So it's really not as wet as everybody said online. Take everything with a grain of salt. So I just passed 7 Mile Camp, and I've been on the trail about 3 hours. So I think 7 Mile Camp means 6.5 miles, I'm not sure. I'm on the edge of a cypress dome over there and a piney forest to my right. And it's turned out to be a beautiful day. And the trail's a whole lot less wet than I thought. I mean, everything I read on Facebook made it sound like you were in water most of the way to 75. But I mean, there's a lot of water, don't get me wrong, but it's a lot of dry trail too. So like any other trail, it kind of comes in lots of different varieties. You know, a lot of open dwarf cypress, some mature cypress, like this, you know, kind of thick, a lot more vegetation, but it's all beautiful. I think what surprised me the most is I thought I'd be walking on this limestone capped rock all the way through here, but actually a lot of it is just muck, you know, from just sediment, and you know, can be an inch deep and it could be a foot deep and suck you in. Ten-mile camp. Looks nice and dry. But actually I've seen lots of dry places that you made little hidey holes that you could camp in, even if it's a little damp. Got about 4 more miles to go. Everybody else stopped back at a little west of Camp 10. I guess there's a cabin that Leah knew about, and so Just and Silver Bullet and Twig, Leah, I think went to that cabin for the night, but I'm pushing on to mile 17, which is piney forest, I guess, dry. But it's been slow because this morning it was probably 3/4 water, but 1/4 of the trail's dry. But this last 7 miles has been pretty much underwater, which isn't bad. You can move still pretty quick through it, but then you have different substrate underneath. You know, if you have limestone, you're moving fast. If you have sucky mud, it'll take your shoes off if you don't have, you know, I've seen people coming through here with Crocs. You'll lose your Crocs. Just about lost his shoe this morning. He's got trail runners. I've got these high tops, which I'm going to throw away as soon as I get to 75. I just brought a used pair to get through the swamp, but they stay on. But I'm having a pole issue, so one of my pole joints has come loose, and about a dozen times a day I get that pole, I hit some deep mud and I get that pole stuck down in there. I pull it up and only half my pole comes up, and then I've got to start digging around down there to find the rest of it. So I've got to get some glue and fix that. But so when you start every long trip, got to smooth out the wrinkles and take care of all the little pucker snatches you didn't assume were going to happen. Anyway, I should get in by dark, if not right after dark. I've got 4 and some change to do, and hopefully it's going to be some of this. I just hit this piney woods here, and it stayed like this for a while. That make up the time I lost in the sucky mud. Starting to get a little dark, but I can still see blazes. I don't think I have that much further to go. This wood stork doesn't seem to be too nervous around me.